There you go.
I was like, how to word this?
So about a week then.
Gives us time.
Where exactly is this summons happening? Amber just drops the map. That's that secret blade marked earlier.
And enhance.
We will use red.
If only you can make it multiple colors.
Yeah.
You could, but that requires effort, and nobody wants to do that. It's not worth it.
That is a shitty axle.
It's also dummy thing.
I need to make the line thinner, that's why, because there was it'll try to like crunch it.
Why don't you use the
Crush 'em.
text?
Oh shit, actually.
Nah, I'm too lazy for that. So yeah, it's right there.
I'll give it to you.
Actually, it should be a bit lower.
Cross, right?
Should be a bit lower.
This is us.
Yeah, okay.
There we go. Right there.
Remember, it was that purple one.
Fuck, I completely forgot.
We need to have a legend.
Some of these X's kind of look like airplanes.
There we go.
Hell yeah, dude. Look at this.
Well, it sounds like if we help with the hag hunt, they might just get taken care of in the meantime. But if there's remnants, then I wouldn't have anything against taking them out.
What is this hag that you all speak of?
There's a hag that took our friend when we first got here.
Alright.
That describe many hags.
Warping of bone and flesh. Experimental type, perhaps? Label people as numbers. Oriana would describe her. Actually, I know vaguely what she looks like. Long gray hair, eyes looking off in different directions.
He's not in a good state of mind right now to remember shit.
Alright, well, shit.
Silas was the one that went to the door, so Silas, do you hear like a knock at the door? Not because the door's like opened up on the other side, so you don't see the door, but you just hear like a. And when you turn those, like when you turn there, you see because you're at like sort of an angle of the door itself. You can see Secret Boy like do like a finger, like come here.
Silas will go.
Giddy up.
As you get over there, he whispers to you.
I reckon show that she goes by that moniker, Auntie Blackreach.
He whispers to you.
Silas nods and then once again returns to the table.
He's literally just listening this whole fucking time. Fucking NSA agent.
Does anti-Blackreach mean anything?
He nods. She will attend. Her and 3 others.
Three
What
other
are-
hags?
No, not hags.
What were they?
One is a lizard. Huge. His hands are not hands. They are alligators.
Are you kidding?
Zola's just like his hand or his head was on his hand perched up there the whole time, and at that he fucking falls off it. I'm sorry, what? You
I
just
second
say
the
it's a-
notion.
It's like a lizard that has gators for hands.
Yes.
How big we talking?
This tall as we are now?
We're on the second story.
Yes.
Oh my god. He like looks at you guys like, we really want to do this? We really want to do this?
How does
We're
that
not
even work?
fighting that. We're fighting just a hag. No, that
Silas is
still
writing
doesn't
these
work.
things down.
I mean, if it has alligators for hands, how does it do things?
It has minions, obviously.
In probably the most lucid, in probably the most lucid manner you've seen Shubin this entire time, Anushka, he just shrugs like,
If I know,
like,
he
he
just
doesn't
doesn't.
fucking know. And then when you ask like, does it eat through its hands? He just
Yes, it does.
What? Does it eat with its head as well? Its face?
Yes.
Does it take turns eating?
I'm glad this is our priority. Does it take turns? It's like, you know what? It's a righty kind of day. Come here.
I mean, I just want to know like what
Vaso-
the situation is in the bathroom. Like,
Vaso
no.
looks at Deep with
Wipes.
like why are you asking? Look, and then he goes to look at Zol and be like, "This is the girl you like." Sort of look, and then Zol's like, "Absolutely normal." And he's like, "Yeah, that's an absolutely normal question to ask because she asked." And Vaso's like, "What?"
Yeah, no, it makes sense.
Alright.
Tracks.
All right,
Can we get back on track? What were the other two?
No.
The other ones, she's a woman, but not a woman. She is like a spider.
Nope.
The upper half of her is like woman.
Which half?
You just said the upper half.
I didn't hear.
Well, listen. Open
He
your
was too
ears
busy
then.
ignoring us by looking at his loose string. Sorry, his look
Yeah.
string.
His look strange.
She attends gatherings and takes things back to her lair. The lizard man eats his fill and leaves.
There's a third one.
And yeah, what's the third one?
It is like water, like blood. This figure, no taller than
He gestures at Zol. You.
a person made of blood. She only takes one person, the best person, the best sacrifice. And then she
adds it to themselves.
enters them.
Enters them.
Yeah, I'm seconding that. Enters them. What do you mean by that?
She slashes them only a little prick and enters into them. And then she walks out as them.
Possession.
Okay.
So
I don't know if I would
find-
call that possession. Not
So-
in the normal sense of it.
Oh, Garth just realized
Fair enough.
something.
She is not possessing their soul. She is possessing their bodies. A puppet of blood. Yes. Like that.
Tolus is Tolus. They are an academic mind that doesn't usually scrutinize against different religions. There is some hesitation this time, luckily, so Tolus does have some morality. But Tolus does ask. So you describe that there's a large lizard man, a spider centaur sort of woman, maybe like a Tinkali, and a blood possessor.
Blood thing, yes.
Those are the guests, you said.
Yes.
Who's in charge of all of you? He like cringes inward at trying to conjure the memories of it. He is quiet for a while. Oh, you roll me your insight.
Let
Hey.
me grab
Nice.
this. Insight. And normal. I'll throw... Do I want a d6? Yeah, fuck it, d6 for fun.
See here. 13 for 16, 17, 16 again, 19.
20, 21, 22.
So Silas, Redane, Sajar, and Oriana. I missed Anushka, didn't I? You got a 13. You are not.
So, you know
included.
nothing.
You know nothing. I will type it out. The Chromatic Celebrant.
That's a fun name.
Yeah, it sounds fun, doesn't it?
They're called the Chromatic Celebrant.
Tolus is like, write that down, write that down!
So it's a fell god that's in charge of 4 other very powerful fell gods.
No. It is only 3 that they invite, and they invite them as curry favor, alliance, not in charge of them, polite with them.
Tolus rolls general intelligence, I don't know.
Straight nerd shit. Religion?
I guess religion, yeah. D6 from their daemon as well.
Hell yeah. So,
I need it. I need that.
about that.
16. Oof, that's not that great. Doesn't know him.
I mean, Kasai has a reroll? I don't know.
I don't know if I want to use it right now. I'll give Anushka a background information roll. Maybe you've heard of him.
Yeah, okay.
Do it.
What's again at 1? Oh, hello. Oh, hey there.
All right, so we're pushing that down to a nat 1.
No!
Get back down there.
23. The other 3, you remember hearing about them in your travels after you left your own village with your mentor. To be fair, you were told a lot of different Twinsian fell gods and stuff like that. The Chromatic Celebrant does ring a bell a bit more, predominantly because it's just an interesting name. They are a fairy. I just realized it would be 4 guests, right? I forgot anti-block reach. Yeah, so 4 guests. I was like, I just only described 3 though. I was like, well, yeah, anti-block reach. But yeah, they are a fairy.
Not
Archfey.
Archfey.
Not a hag.
But the Chromatic Celebrant's an archfey. Correct.
They're an archfey. That there's a lot of different stories about them. Supposedly this isn't the first time they've showed up in Twinsian history. The sabbatical cults, this is the first mention of them, but there have been other cults that follow similar luxurious lines of naming.
They're a fancy bitch.
What usually happens in previous incidences with the Chromatic Celebrant is they get away. They usually cultivate a large following of cultists that end up being enough body block and body shield for them to escape.
Well, like if they get in hot water.
And they get in hot water, correct.
Yeah. Okay. And is that what the sacrifice thing's for then, just to keep them happy, if that makes sense?
To a degree.
Okay. And would you know some of the names that he's also maybe gone by? Maybe
Possibly,
a little bit?
maybe, sort of.
The Chromatic Celebrant?
Yeah, if you said it's similar sounding fancy names.
Well, no, he's always been called the Chromatic Celebrant, but there have been other cults that worship the Chromatic Celebrant that have had similar... yeah.
Okay.
The thing is, up until Shubin here, you guys didn't even know the sabbatical was related to the Chromatic Celebrant. So, it's like that. So, in 8 days' time, there's going to be a big fancy gathering of a bunch of cultists and bandits and basically 4 fell gods.
Yes.
We took down 1, sort of 2, already.
Technically 3, if you count changing forms.
Mm-hmm.
2 for 1. We'll say 2.5.
2 for the price of 1?
We're not shooting for 4, alright? We ain't shooting for 5.
Well, we all know I'm shooting for an extra one, at the very least. Anyway.
She's shooting for 1 specifically.
I think that's where the Seekers and Slayers come in, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they take 1 and we take 2. Math.
Why do we gotta take 2? Why?
applaud-
Their job is monster slaying and stuff like that. Why do we gotta go for 2?
Are you
We did
afraid?
it once, we can do it
No.
again.
I mean, a little...
Has the job
But take-
scared you wrong?
I know I'm in the cradle. I know I didn't take no crazy pills today, though. Why are we just talking about this?
Before we do get into anything too plan-like, I suppose, there was something that my interest, I guess. You mentioned about the woman made of blood, right? That entered.
He nods.
Does this specifically happen during the ritual thing?
As far as I have seen her, that is the only time I've seen her do it.
And you can enter through something as small as pinprick, right?
He nods.
Didn't you describe getting pinpricked and then everything changed?
He nods.
Oriana just pauses drinking.
Does that
Jacob
not
Blake, did you
Did you hear
Get
that
mine.
shit?
Do you just address him as he's around the corner of the door?
Oh, I thought he
He's
came
on
in
the
already.
seat. Nah.
Nah,
No,
he's
I'm the only one who knows he's
he's
there.
present, but he's not in the room. He's like
Who's
around the
that?
corner listening.
Oh, never mind then.
Because you know, it caught interest and, you know, just be safe, I guess. You don't think? Sort of looks like everybody else, like, maybe.
Slowly reaching for a dagger.
Not saying you're dangerous, but
I am
There's high
dangerous.
potential.
well, you know what I mean in physical terms.
Donde es message?
Yeah, could Silas message? Seems to Blake could be like, should we be worried?
Should we be scared?
There's no way the Slatters would have let him in the city without us doing our own quick checks on him. He's fine.
Even though he can't see, Silas just nods to himself.
Why none?
Well,
Are you accepting that this might be the case? Because if so, that is very.
no, I was just thinking, and I don't think he'd be able to get at the city. There was something wrong.
True, I did figure out I would.
So,
Still. If you feel any psychopathic urges to drain me of blood, please let us know, alright?
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
do you?
You're welcome.
So,
Take your silence.
what are the, I don't know, specialties of each different god? More specifically.
I did not know. They only show up for feast and then they leave.
Damn it.
You know
Look
their
at the different
fault?
cults.
How much I hate cults.
In
Right.
fairness, not every Fel God has a cult behind it.
Hmm.
There are just some Fel Gods that just sort of are out there. Like, what's his name? Ashen Solvetlin, he's a Fel God of anti-theism. He has
doesn't
no
have
cult,
one.
and his sole purpose in life is to say fuck religion as he fucks up other people's cults. And I think it also applies to the true faith as well. So he's sort of just, he's basically a blacklisted asshole in the elder community. So yeah, Fel Gods don't
He
need
just-
a cult to.
He looks to everyone and
like
says,
Michael,
run
yeah.
them hands.
It's actually
Your
really
cult's
cool.
shit, and you're shit too. If you're so great, come down and fight me.
No.
Fel God drops down from the heavens. You want to fight? And then he fucking jumps up and punches him and like fucking incapacitates another god in one hit. Yeah, he's like Baldur from God of War.
I like to think that if someone tried making a cult to him, for some reason, he would just show up
kill him.
immediately. It's like,
He'd
hi,
keep fucking kill him.
mistake number one.
Yeah, he'd probably just show up and like, heard you're praying! To you, sir! Kicks them, their head flies off. Goes over to someone, gouges their eyes out like Kratos. Yeah, so anyways, yeah, not all Fel Gods need cults. There are just Fel Gods that just are out there. So, you can safely assume that these three are probably in that number. Given that they don't show up with their cults, they just sort of show up, eat, and leave.
Oh, hell yeah.
Dine and dash.
They're just there for the free food.
Yeah.
This is
Hey,
just
is this the Mormon gathering? I heard there's free pizza.
Yeah, it's just like that dick at the supermarket that just takes one too many samples.
Just get the whole bunch.
Man, these really are fell gods. They're so evil. they take free food. Anyways,
Yep.
anything else you guys want to ask Shubin?
You don't know their names, I assume. Of these three?
They were told to us, but I do not remember them.
Hmm.
We never really interacted with them anyways. That was the celebrant's task.
You were just the entertainment.
Yes. Yes.
So,
I think Alexander, who was waiting by the door to receive his equipment, I think he'll walk over and like kind of sit on the table right beside Shubin. I guess more so lean on it.
Oh.
And he places his glass down, which is probably now empty. And he says, "Mr. Shubin, I'm gonna ask you a question, and I want you to answer it honestly. And I know if you're not being honest. I haven't noticed this sort of thing. Have you been as forthcoming as possible this whole time? You want withholding information, or
I don't know. What do you want to know?
well, I won't speak for River Company, but I want to know everything, Shubin.
I do not know everything. I don't know.
I'll do an insight check.
we're on site.
Can I? Nah.
You can do your own.
Insight. Yeah. Would Alexander have guidance as well?
You probably just tack on guidance all the time.
okay, yeah.
Alec.
It's easier to.
It's a
remember.
thing. It's easier just to say you have it on, and then we can just not add it if you don't have it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's always segmented
Yeah.
instead of plus whatever.
So 19. He wants to help. He really does. Call it penance. But the thing is, like, he doesn't know what you guys want to know. So any question you ask him, he has been forthcoming as far as his exhausted mind has the capacity to articulate. But he just outright doesn't know, like, is that everything I know that I've told them? Like, he just genuinely doesn't know.
Yeah. It's like a
Do
thing
they
of like some. Go on.
Shubin, do they expect to be interrupted during these moonlight gatherings?
There are watchers, the perimeter guards, people excluded from the sparring. He points at you. The hairs of Pristia, they do this as well.
As he says that, Alexander will like take a hand, will reach up and like gently push his hand down. It's rude to point, so
I'm sorry.
it's all right. All right.
That is one of the names of the lizard man. Pristia.
And they're his heirs. Interesting. Is that just a fancy name, or is there some meaning to it?
His name, I think. If it has a meaning, I do not know it.
I see. You said they're not the regular sort of bandits, these heirs of just whatever.
Heirs of the crocodile.
What do you mean by that? Obviously their equipment is up to snuff, but how do they operate?
Well, they are like many bandits and us, the ambushers. They joined with the Purple Sabbatical, and as you have described earlier, they warp the road, the swamps and forests. I know the Purple Sabbatical have a beast, a ghoul, their prized fighter.
Would Alessandra have seen this school?
Oh, you definitely saw it.
Yeah.
You as a player know what it looks like.
Mm-hmm. Just didn't know if Alessandra also did.
Yeah, that
as
thing
you
was
mentioned.
there. That thing was there when. Yeah.
Yeah.
When backstory
Yeah.
happens.
Yeah.
He looks off into the fucking middle distance as he brings up this ghoul.
What does that ghoul do?
He's big, it is tall, it is raving mad with anger. It gives off this mist. A mist that burns your throat.
Oriana pays much closer attention now.
It
Kind of
rots
leaning
you from the inside out until you are nothing more than a stinking carcass of the swamp.
Alessandra will reach up and put a hand on his shoulder again to get him to stop talking.
It's the off one, just pat pat.
He's like, shut the fuck up.
And after a beat, he just says, "It kills, Ms. Oriana. It kills." Now, this gathering, is there ever a moment where the Purple Sabbatical is separated from the others?
He thinks on it. Well, not really. That we are divided into camps before, and we celebrate, and then we are called to fight against the other cults. And that is when we would be separate, but we are under the eyes of everyone. Then.
And after this fighting is done, well, I suppose, when is it done?
It is. I do not know. That is as long as it takes.
Takes for what?
For one side to be the best. Whoever
So
was
that-
the previous champion does not fight until the very end.
Do you remember who won last time?
The purple.
Right. Champion fighter, you said. So in theory, if one did want to take down all these sabbaticals, it'd be best to do it after they've all
Being each
tuckered
other
themselves out. Exactly.
He nods.
Sounds like a decent opportunity. For crunch.
Very satisfying crunch ASMR.
Zol eats like a biscotti.
Where are they gonna biscotti? It's the twins. Actually, biscottis aren't that hard to make, are they?
They're just dry bread that you dunk in coffee. Yeah, they're not hard to make at all.
I don't suppose the rest of you have any questions for this young man here, who may or may not be older than Alexander.
Shubin looks like he's in his 30s or so, maybe late 20s at best.
Alexander's fucking 25.
Alexander is 30 himself,
to
isn't he?
age you quicker.
32.
Yeah. Well, you definitely age better than Shubin.
Roast him.
I feel like most people in the world age better than Shubin, because he's a cultist that lives in the twins.
It's already grey.
Shubin,
Definitely after what Alexander did earlier, yeah.
Shubin, is there ever, shall we call it, unsanctioned violence between the cult outside of this competition?
If at their summons, no. Violence must be saved for entertainment. Outside their summons, I have heard that the green and the orange have crossed paths and have fought in each other over claim.
That's good to know. Well, we know where they're gonna be, more or less.
We know how many there will be, more or less.
We know what they possibly can do. Roughly.
More or less.
More or less.
More or less.
Is this going to be a bit with us now? We'll just...
I mean, it'd
More
be
or
a
less.
really good one to start.
More or less.
You could be the Vague River Company.
The vague water path company.
Now it sounds like y'all making a coal.
Nope.
I would never. Well,
Surrender yourself to the river. Let it guide you. Flow to your destiny.
All right, I'm leaving. All right, I ain't
Completely
joining no coal.
unamused.
I'm
You can
leaving.
live
Putting any
into this.
confidence, my
He's all-
God.
So I just stands up, just like I'm out.
Joking
hear some
aside.
footsteps.
Oh.
You guys hear some footsteps from the doorway. Enter stage left. Speaker Blake. With your
There
horse.
he is.
Through the window.
No, this one's through the door.
Um,
Regret
I got
not
to
even
get here.
opening it?
He looks at Shubin very pointedly. Good to see our guest is a bit more awake now. He goes over to you, Alexander, and hands you over.
I believe you'll be awake for quite some time now. And then Alexander will actually remove his coat and, of course, the sash along with it. And, like, hold this, please, as he kind of drapes it over Chupin's lap. And
True stupid.
he will put on, like, these sort of, this, like, suspenders type harness that has a revolver holstered in the sort of like underneath the armpit, like against his ribs.
Oh yeah.
And he will actually take it out and flick the cylinder out, which appears to be like, it doesn't seem to have been an original part of the gun. It has these strange kind of glowing blue runes carved into it that seem to almost crackle with this arcane energy as he will, with two fingers, spin the cylinder, and it makes that very satisfying, like kind of a clicking sound as it does. And
Where's my revolver? Right here. Yep. I don't know if the mic will pick it up though. Yeah. Nope, it doesn't. Fuck.
Shit.
no,
Yeah, sorry,
I was
bud.
so prepared. Anyway, you guys know what I'm talking about.
Mhm.
And whereas with most normal things that follow, inertia,
The
normally
laws
it would
of
slow
physics.
down. It actually speeds up, making a very like almost high pitched whirring sound.
Like an engine.
Before he, which you shouldn't do this because apparently it damages the revolver. But he
Yeah,
will
it does.
flick the cylinder back into
Into place.
into the frame, and all at once the whirring stops, and Alexander smirks before he says, "Thank you very much, Seeker. I felt naked without it."
I know the feeling. Nice kit. Think I was a bit better though.
You can think what you want.
I imagine
Yeah, I
that'll be
feel like-
good for shooting and revealing your location. Aye.
I think like Inushu's just like
Well-
watching that gun with just like eyes glued to it, like eyebrows like really just high up, like oh,
Give it.
fancy gun.
Just
I'm
drooling.
kidding. I'm kidding.
Casually.
There's plenty of seekers and slayers that use guns.
Of course,
Sometimes
and
it pays to be the quiet type. Sometimes it pays to be loud.
Fair.
that
Like, I
I
don't know.
wholeheartedly understand. But that is what this is for. And he will take the sword belt from Seeker Blake and fasten it around his waist. And he doesn't fully unsheath it, but he will take it out of waist, and you see it's a nice polished blade with an edge, but it's clear that the thing is meant to be used as a thrusting weapon. It is a short sword, but you know.
Yeah.
And he'll
It's got its
put it
place.
away. The object of a gun, however, is to leave no one left to notice the sound.
Right. There's no witnesses if there's no witnesses.
Exactly.
Sounds handy for something like, I don't know, a hag hunt.
Speaking
Well,
of which,
you know it.
if we are going to do this together, Seeker Blake, what is your policy operating with mages?
Yeah. You shouldn't hold me to that. I'm not the one in charge. That being said, it has happened. There is precedent for Seekers and Slayers working not only with mages, but with Nevros and other dissident factions, you could call them. He points at Amber. That town you were talking about. Lakoila. Yeah, that's one such place. Sort of a neutral, grey zone. So, don't worry. We won't be leaving you out to dry or anything. Of course, that is under the obvious agreement that you won't be doing anything on us. As long as you can hold to that, don't see any
Very
problems.
reasonable.
So, we got a place, numbers, targets. Imagine a runner from the Seeker HQ will show up any moment now. Transmit the information. I'm sure Captain will be quite pleased with that. Probably gonna be an operation kicked up for it. Get a number of captains signed on with it.
That's especially since you have time to actually plan out something.
Well, I wholeheartedly look forward to it. Which is kind of a strange feeling. I never really get so personally invested when it comes to a mission, but, well, given the circumstances. He kind of puts a finger to his chin and says, but given all that's transpired here, I think I may need to excuse myself. I have a letter I need to go write. And I think all my rations have gone bad by now.
Well, they can last for a while. How long have you been here?
About, half a month, give or take. But regardless, I don't even know where my rations would be.
That's a good point.
All they
I was
had in
not
the inventory
exactly-
was what I gave you.
Say again?
All that was they had in the inventory was what I gave you.
That
It went
tracks. I was not exactly cognizant when I was taken here. But I do still have my coin on hand, so if you'll excuse me, River Company, are you staying at the, I'm sorry, what was that inn called?
The Colonnade Commons?
The Colonnade Commons. Would you be staying there for the night?
I'm just gesturing to you guys like,
Well, I don't think
Sounds
we're
good to
exactly
me.
allowed to stay in here.
Well, unless you're wounded. Would you like to be?
I'm fine, thank you. After the last time with the purple haze and everything, no.
Probably for the best that you're in tip-top shape for this mission anyway. But regardless, perhaps I will see you at the something, whatever common.
Not
You
very
can
good
just
with
ask
names, are
around.
you?
You can just ask around for the rich inn. I'm pretty sure anyone will be able to point you
The
to it.
Rich Inn.
You're not very good with names, are you?
Of course I am. Sylvester?
Mhm.
Silence.
That's
Sylvester
hilarious.
Sylvester
That
the
was a
cat.
joke. That was a joke.
Mhm.
GM roll persuasion or deception, depending on if it was indeed a joke. or not.
Insight
You
check.
will risk to
We'll be rolling
determine if it
insight.
was or was not a joke. Roll insight.
Yeah. Fuck.
That's better. Get a nat 20
Mm.
on that deception.
Interesting. You
I
do
believe
believe
what I
it was a joke.
Just personality trait, bad with names.
But regardless, River Company, I do hope to see you at the inn tonight. I will certainly be staying there. I have had enough of this place. No offense. Because I think Aventina's still here, right?
Yeah, but she's still in here, and she just doesn't dismiss it with a hand. None taken. I always try to usher people out of this place as much as I can help it.
It is a fantastic place, I assure you. But it's a fantastic place for orphans and wounded people, and
You know, I was
Well.
like, yep.
he gestures to Shubin, the distraught. And currently I am only mildly distraught, so this place is not for me. But
Only mild.
until
like
next
medical
time,
solution.
River Company, Keeper Blake, Miss Aventina, Shubin.